We are live. So, hi guys, so welcome back to the channel and welcome to an existing subscriber and welcome to Excel Island. And my name is Abatan Sheriffdeen. You can call me Sherry for short. Yeah. So, welcome to the channel. So, basically, what I've been doing for the past on this live stream for the past 49 days is that I've been live streaming my learning journey to become a data analyst on the Datacamp platform using the Datacamp resources. Or I am a top rated plus freelance data analyst on the Upwork platform. What I'm trying to do is to upskill myself, add to my skill, and be probably I want to say be job market ready or be ready for more opportunities in the data space. So I'm currently using the Datacamp platform as my learning tool to learn for the past 47 days. Today is day 48. So I've been consistent with the learning. Probably I've been learning for like 30, 45 minutes, 1 hour. So I make sure I don't exceed the 1 hour limit. I do exceed it sometimes. Well, I make sure I don't exceed it as much as possible every day. Learning consistently. You get it now. And the idea is to show data analyst enthusiasts or newbies interested in data analytics the amount of hard work, the dedication it takes, to to call yourself a data analytics person, or to refer to yourself as a data analyst. You have to put in a lot of hard work in Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Python. So I'll be using the SQL resources on the DataCamp platform to upskill myself in my SQL knowledge, to sharpen my SQL skills. Let me say use that word. So after SQL, I plan to go to Power BI. Use it now. So I've been doing this consistently for the past 47 days. And the goal is 100 days. So there is this course on the DataCamp platform that I'm currently enrolled in using the career track section. It is the data analyst in SQL, and this part of the course contains 11 courses. You can see this data analysis in Power BI. I'm still coming back to that one. I also live stream that, learning that journey from the words. You can see this co-created with Microsoft. Gain the Power BI skills you need to prepare, model, and visualize data for PL3 data analysis certification. And I'm actually preparing for this certification, so I'm definitely going to take this course one more time. I've not taken it before on the Datacamp platform. I've taken a couple of courses using other platforms in Power BI. So I quickly have a good, strong basics of Power BI to get it done. I just need to sharpen it more, practice more, build more dashboard, and especially build more knowledge of DAX, which is very, very important, and data visualization also. But I'm currently on this section called data analysis in SQL. Okay, this is it here. Okay, I'm 56% through the track. So, and I'm just even I've passed half of the track, and my learning goal for 100 days, I've not even reached half of the journey, which is day 50. Today is day 48. But I've achieved more than half of the journey of the whole career in this data analyst in SQL career track. So if I open that track, it contains 11 courses with one project, and I think I've finished six courses. Yes, I finished six courses. I'm on the seventh course. Yes, now I'm on the seventh course, which is Introduction to Statistics. And there are also a couple of courses in the track with one project at the end and statement of accomplishment. So that's the goal right now. If I go back to the learning dashboard there, I'll just continue from there. But there will be a couple of weak areas to review before I continue. But also, if you are interested in becoming a top rated plus freelance data analyst on Upwork, or just want to start your own freelancing business and finding it hard to navigate your path, I have a coach who has coached me about freelancing for the past 2, 3, 4 years, getting close to 5 years now. His name is Benga Debi, and he has been the one teaching me what to do, what not to do, and how to navigate the freelancing world, and actually become a successful freelancer and reach the particular state that I am today. If I show you some of the pics when I started freelancing, some of my deck setup, you are going to it's pretty fun, but thank God we are here today. You can see now I'm a full-time freelancer working from home. Get it now. So it took a lot of courage, a lot of dedication, and hard work to achieve that. But there's a course also by my coach, Ding Adebi. The name of the course is Freelance Client Management Course. And what this course does is that it teaches you how to navigate the freelance world, and achieve success on major freelance platforms like Upwork, or Fiverr, LinkedIn, remote job website, or even optimizing your social media account to launch your freelancing business and become a successful freelancer and the top one among the top 1% freelancer in the world. You can check out the course with the link in the description. I'll also leave a link to Dengazi's Twitter account. If you go to Twitter and search for Dengazibi, this is him. He's a highly top rated plus freelance coach. You can check out his pin post. You see a lot of testimonials from students all over. These testimonials are from last year 2022. There are tons of testimonials from this year alone 2023 that hasn't compared. But if you go to his tweets, you see thousands of testimonials from students who have achieved great success using his freelancing knowledge coaching, also the freelance plan magnet course. I'll drop a link to the course in the YouTube description. Make sure to check it out. So going back to my learning platform today, so I need to take a couple of lessons to achieve day 48 learning streak. But before that, let's quickly review this week area under Windows option. And this is based on the past courses I've taken in the track, just to solidify my knowledge and understanding of that part, so that I won't easily forget. It's not quite easy just learning and not practicing. You are likely to forget what you've learned in the past. So I think that's one of the features I love most about this data camp platform. It gives you opportunity to practice based on previous courses or lessons that you've taken. You can see here, this is a section called Windows function under data manipulation in SQL. So that was part of the course. So can you create a rank of days based on extreme weather incidents? Here is a preview of the weather table. You want to what's that? So we want to rank days this day here based on what? Based on extreme weather, based on the extreme weather incident, which is this. So they've written a code for us already, which is select the output of this code. What is the output of this code? So the code says select dates and maximum wind, that is meter per hour, rising a Windows function called rank over ordered by the maximum wind per hour. What's the problem? I've not selected the answer. Order, okay, ordered by as many days from weather. So probably rank, so it will be a rank of this maximum wind per hour from the highest to the lowest. Now the trick is try to figure out the rank. Let me see, hold on. Um, I'm trying to figure it out. Is a rank ordered by maximum wind. We have precipitation in inches there, but that is not selected as part of our. So the answer is between this first and this second one. I probably need that first one. So can you rank soccer matches in 2011 season from highest to lowest? So from highest to lowest by total home goals and away goals. Here's a preview of the match table. So by total home goals and away goal, we add this home goal and away goal together, so the total. So let's date home goal, away goal. Then we should have a sum here. So they want us to rank. So definitely ranking. So use the rank clause here. Then over, ordered by home goal plus away goal descending. Definitely descending. So it's the same thing that we did earlier in this previous one. But the descending, we switch it. We show the result from what? From highest home goal to the lowest, from highest total goals, which is the home goal plus away goal. So this, that should be correct. So which of the following are not option available inside the Windows function? Row number, rank, partition by, and before and after. Then we have this. Can you use a Windows function to calculate a partition average temperature for zip code? So here's a preview of the weather table. It says, can you use a Windows function to calculate a partition average? So a partition average, not a partition by average. So partition by this average, that will be the zip code and maximum temperature for partition by zip code. Partition by average temperature, okay. That will be average, then over plus the order by partition by zip code. It's a partition, not order by zip code. That's a rank. So I'm using order by zip code. That should be rank. Yeah, can you create a simple Windows function? Calculate the overall count of bicycle dogs at a station without grouping the results. Okay. Names, dog overall. Want to return each to the total of the number without any partition. So that's what they're asking about. Without any partition. So that is sum. Overall count. We want to count dogs over as total dogs. We don't want to count the words. The total of the total of the dogs column. We're trying to repeat it for each row. That way it will be in there. Oh, okay, this is what I see. I know it's not this answer. It's probably this answer. 4, 5, 5, 5. And the idea is that rank order by maximum width. So I just want ordering by maximum width. So since these numbers are same, that should be the correct answer. Aha, so we achieved the 48, but that's not all. So we need to take a couple of lessons to just add to the knowledge of what we've done yesterday. So we've achieved the 48 learning streak, but let's continue this part of the course. Now, in this section called Introduction to Statistics, which is the 8th course in the track. So I've finished chapter 1, which is summing statistics. So we are definitely starting with probability today, probability and distribution. So let me just download the slide real quick. Show slide. So let's see what we can learn for the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Just add to, so what are chances? Let me just download the slides and boom, it has been downloaded. So I will love to open the slide on my second screen. Aha, we are good to go. So let's take a couple of lessons today.
People often talk about chance. Like, what are the chances of closing a sale, of rain tomorrow, or of winning a game? Accurately estimating the chance of an event outcome can be hugely beneficial in many areas of life. But how exactly do we measure chance? We can use probability. We calculate the probability of some event by taking the number of ways the event can happen and dividing it by the total number of possible outcomes. For example, if we flip a coin, it can land on either heads or tails. To get the probability of the coin landing on heads, we divide the one way to get heads by the two possible outcomes. heads and tails. This gives us 1/2, or a 50% chance of getting heads. Probability is always between 0 and 100%. If the probability of something is 0, it's impossible, and if the probability is 100%, it will certainly happen. Let's look at a more practical scenario. There's a meeting coming up with a potential client, and we want to send someone from the sales team to attend. We'll put each person's name in a box and select one randomly to decide who goes to the meeting. This is known as sampling, as we take a sample from the names in the box. Brian's name gets selected. The probability of choosing Brian is 1 in 4, or 25%. What if we have 2 meetings at different times? Then we can randomly select any of our 4 team members for each meeting. This means the name picked for the first meeting does not affect the chances of selecting that person again for the second meeting. For example, if Brian's name is selected for a meeting in the morning, the probability that Brian is picked for a meeting in the afternoon remains 25%. This is called sampling with replacement, as the sample is placed back into the selection and can be chosen again. This is an example of independent probability, where the probability of an event does not change based on the outcome of a previous event. We will explore one more example using an online retail sales dataset. Here is a preview of the first 5 rows to familiarize ourselves. Each row contains an order. Product type is the category of the product sold in that order, with values such as basket or jewelry. Each order is for a single product type. Net quantity is the number of products sold in the order. Gross sales is the number of dollars generated for the order, and discounts is the dollar value deducted from the sale. Returns is the number of dollars given back to the customer due to returned items, and net sales is the total amount of dollars generated by the order after factoring in discounts and returns. So, what if we want to find the probability that the next order will be for a jewelry product? We can group all orders by product type and count the number of orders for each product. Here are the 5 most popular product types, based on the number of orders for each type. There are lots of orders for small quantities of other products that are not displayed, but the total number of orders, 1,767, is included at the bottom of the table. To find the probability of the next order being for a jewelry product, we divide the number of orders for jewelry products by the total number of orders. There were 1,767 orders, of which 210 were for jewelry products, so we divide 210 by 1,767. The probability of the next order being for a jewelry product is just under 12%. We can repeat this process for all product types to see the chance of the next order being for a given product type. Here are the probabilities of receiving an order for any of the 5 most popular product types. What are the chances we will enjoy the next couple of exercises?
So what are the chances we will enjoy a couple of? The chances is probably 50-50. So let's practice what is more likely. You saw how to calculate the probability of a single event in the video. Now let's check the understanding of this process. 4 scenarios have been provided. The task is to choose which one is most likely to occur. So scoring 90% or more in an exam, when only 5% of the students score this ID, only 5% of the students score. A restaurant receiving, the second option says, a restaurant receiving an order for a steak, where steak orders are made up to 100 out of 1,000 total orders to date. So picking a red card out of a standard pack of 2 playing cards, where half of the cards are red and the other half are black. Probably go for this second. Hold on. Drawing a person's name. Drawing a person's name out of a hat that also contains 19 other names. You also go for this first one. let's see, I'm going for the second. There is only there is only 1 in 20 chance of selecting one person's name out of the ads, picking a red. So this probably the answer because the numbers are even. 15 reds, then 15 blacks, which is too much money than I can draw red out of there. So chances of the next sale being more than the mean. The chances of the next sale being more than the mean. So in the video, you saw how to calculate the probability of the next order in the online retail sales data set being for a specific product type. So in this exercise, you will determine the chances of the next order being worth more than the mean order value, which is $119.50, $198 rather 50 cents. So you will need to identify the number of orders generating total net sales more than or equal to the mean and divide the value by a count of orders. The app has a table containing definitions and values for the measures you require to calculate this probability. So use the input field to enter the correct values, which will produce the probability as a percentage. Use this output to select an appropriate answer from the option provided. So it says you will need to identify the number of orders generating total net sales. The number of orders generating total net sales. Number of orders more than or equal to the middle of value, which is total net sales. Number of orders more than or equal to the sum total net sales divided by the number of orders, number of total number of orders. So this is total number of orders. Order. So what are the chances of the next order being worth more than $188.50? So it says this is number of orders more than or equal to the middle value for total net sales. Total net sales is 890. The number of orders more than or equal to, which is equal to or greater than the sum of total net sales divided by the number of orders. So you need to identify the number of orders generating the total net sales. So the total net sales, this is the total net sales. So how many orders generated this total net sales? What else? Okay. So I can see the calculations. I just need to input the number of orders equal to or above the mean for all possible outcomes. Okay, equal to above the mean. So I'm trying to figure this out. So I need to go back to my slides and just try to read that. I need to get number of orders more than or equal to the sum of the total net sales. Number of orders equal mm, okay. So what possible outcomes? Let's get number of orders equal to above the mean. Oh, okay. Starting to make sense. So when you turn the chance of mean order value. So we need to identify the number of orders which is generating this total net sales. So which order is generating this total net sales? That is pretty hard to figure out because if I'm just inputting total number, it is just calculating the mean, the probability immediately. But which how many orders is generating this total net sales? It says you need to identify the number of orders. You will need to identify the number of orders generating total net sales. Let's take a hint. So probability must always be between 0 and reference. The median is the middle value of the data. I know that. That's not a good hint. That's a bad hint. My probability must be between 100%. So this is past 300. So my count number of orders because it is way too much. Uh, yeah. Wait, don't use another 3% of another being worth more than. Okay. That's why tough to figure out. I just took a guess there. And that's because the other number is, the mean value is 188. The real total number of orders is 1176. Number of orders more than equal to the middle value of total net sales. Okay. That was pretty tough though, but not that really hard. Oh, so we finished that conditional probability. Let's look at conditional probability then.
So far, we have looked at independent probability. But what do we do if the outcome of one event impacts another event? Let's revisit our sales meeting scenario. Brian has been selected to attend a potential client meeting, so his name is no longer in the box. However, we now have another potential client who wants to meet at the same time, so we need to pick another salesperson. Brian is unavailable, so we'll pick between the remaining three. This is called sampling without replacement, since we aren't replacing the name we already pulled out. This time, Claire is picked. The probability of this is 1 out of 3, or about 33%. This is an example of dependent events, where the outcome of the first event changes the probability of the second. The probability that Claire is picked second depends on who gets picked first. If Claire gets picked first, there's 0% probability that Claire will be picked second. If someone else is picked first, there's a 33% probability that Claire will be picked second. In general, when sampling without replacement, each pick is dependent. Conditional probability is a method used to calculate the chances of dependent events because the probability of one event is conditional on the outcome of another. This occurs frequently in real life. For example, the probability of a train arriving on time, given the one before was delayed, or the probability of a movie being successful, given the director previously won an Oscar. Notice that these scenarios require some prior knowledge. If we don't know that the previous train was late, then we may not accurately estimate the probability of the current train being on time. Therefore, context, or subject matter expertise, is critical when using conditional probability. We can visualize conditional probability using a Venn diagram. This is a technique used to display the possible outcomes of multiple events and the overlap where both events can occur. Where the two events are dependent, a Venn diagram's overlap will change based on the results of the first event. As an example, we can apply conditional probability to our online both events can occur probability using conditional probability. We can visualize conditional probability using a Venn diagram. This is a technique used to display the possible outcomes of multiple events and the overlap where both events can occur. Where the two events are dependent, a Venn diagram's overlap will change based on the results of the first event. As an example, we can apply conditional probability to our online sales data to calculate the chance of an order being worth more than $150, given it is for kitchen products. There are 581 orders worth over $150, and 161 orders for kitchen products. 20 kitchen product orders are worth over $150. To calculate the conditional probability, we divide the 20 orders meeting both conditions by the total number of orders, 1,767.
Listen to that again.
Or subject matter expertise is critical when using conditional probability. We can visualize conditional probability using a Venn diagram. This is a technique used to display the possible outcomes of multiple events and the overlap where both events can occur.
Here is the possible outcomes. This is event 1, event 2. The outcome of event 1, the outcome of event 2, and the overlap.
Where the two events are dependent, a Venn diagram's overlap will change based on the results of the first event. As an example, we can apply conditional probability to our online sales data to calculate the chance of an order being worth more than $150, given it is for kitchen products. There are 581 orders worth.
So orders, event 1, orders over $150. They are 591.
Over $150, and 161 orders for kitchen products.
Orders for kitchen products, there are over 161 orders for kitchen products. So the overlap is 20. Okay.
20 kitchen product orders are worth over $150.
Okay. Orders over $150 is 591. Orders for kitchen products is 161. But 20 kitchen products are worth over $150. How did they calculate that? If that is 161, no way. What I need to understand is how he got this overlap. Like say 20 kitchen products, 20 kitchen product orders are worth around $50. You understand that what their total orders, their orders that are worth, there are 581 orders worth over $150, but there are 161 kitchen products, orders for kitchen products. Okay, the kitchen products are okay. Kitchen products in maybe kitchen product in the warehouse. There are 161 orders for kitchen products. What of that 161 orders for kitchen products? 20 of the products are worth more than $150. Okay. 20 orders are worth over $150. Okay.
$50. To calculate the conditional probability, we divide the 20 orders meeting both conditions.
So conditional probability, order greater than 150 divided by kitchen. So order is 20 greater than 20 divided by this, then 161 divided by this.
By the total number of orders, 1,767, then divide this result by the proportion of all orders that are for kitchen products, which is 161 divided by 1,767. As both of these values involve dividing by total orders, we can cancel out the 1,767, so the probability is 20 divided by 161, or 12.4%. We can cancel out the 1,767. As both of these values involve dividing by total orders, we can cancel out the 1,767, so the probability is 20 divided by 161, or 12.4%. To highlight how the probability is conditional for dependent events, we can switch the order of events. Let's calculate the conditional probability of an order being for kitchen products, given the order is worth more than $150. We again divide the 20 orders meeting both conditions by the total number of orders, and products, given the order is worth $1. To highlight how the probability is conditional for dependent events, we can switch the order of events. Let's calculate the conditional probability of an order being for kitchen products, given the order is worth more than $150. We again divide the 20 orders meeting both conditions by the total number of orders, and this time we divide the result by the proportion of all orders that are over $150. Again, we cancel out the 1,767, so the probability is 20 divided by 581, or 3.4%. The general formula for conditional probability is shown here. The probability of event A given event B is equal to the sum of the probabilities of both events divided by the probability of event B. What is the probability to the sum of the probability, conditional probability? The general formula for conditional probability is shown here. The probability of event A given event B is equal to the sum of the probabilities of both events divided by the
probability of event A and B. This is the sum of probability of event A and B divided by the probability of event B.
Probability of event B. What is the probability that we will enjoy the next exercises, given we made it to the end of the video?
1%. That's all. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's try again. Just reload the page. Come on. Let's see. Okay, dependent versus independent events. Okay, that's cool. So dependent versus independent events. So it can be tricky to decide whether events are dependent or independent. But understanding this is crucial when correctly calculating the probability of event outcomes. So in this exercise, we have been provided with some scenarios and need to classify them as dependent or independent. Match the scenarios to the appropriate bucket based on whether they are dependent or independent events. So let's give it a shot. So the probability of flipping a coin and getting heads, given today is Tuesday. It's not dependent on that now. It's not dependent on that. The probability of being offered a job, having made it to the final interview stage, is dependent on that. It's possible. Probability of rolling a six within two attempts using a fair dice. Probability of rolling a six within two attempts using a fair dice. Probably as if you, it's not dependent on that because probability of winning the lottery. That is dependent on. Probability, the probability of more than 100 meter, okay, millimeter of rainfall during it is currently raining in July. Raining in July is because we are in the rainy season though. That's the rainy season. Rainy season, probably from using that is from using my African weather conditions though. Probability of a sports team winning a championship, given they are the top of the league currently. Oh, let's give it a shot. Boom. Ah, my probability of understanding is cool. It's just calculating it can be very tricky at times. Calculate probabilities can be very hard, but if you are kind of patient, you just have to be a critical thinking person. You just have to think critically. Okay, let's see another exercise. So order numbers to order of more than 100 10 baskets with probability of orders more than 10 basket products. So recall that the order in which dependent event occur affects conditional probability. So in this exercise, you will need to use the image to calculate the conditional probability that an order from an online retail data set will will be for more than 10 items, will be for more than 10 items, even the order is for basket products. So the order over 10 items are 125 orders. The order for basket products are 551. The overlap, or the order the overlap means once again. The overlap is that is 19 orders. 19 orders are for basket products, if I'm correct pretty well. So 19 orders are for basket products. So there are order items, order over 10 items. People ordered over 10 items. That is about there are over 125 orders that are over 10 items in one order. There are 551 orders for basket products, and the overlap is there are 19 orders that are more than for basket products. So the probability of giving the order, the probability of what is it, that an order, so the condition for that an order from the online retail starter set will be for more than 10 items. We want to get the probability. But we know that there are over 19 orders that are for order, okay, that are for basket products. To calculate that, you just need to calculate the order, which is 19 divided by 1,767 and 551 divided by 1,767. That is 1915. This should be the answer. 19551, exactly. 19551 and boom. So that's the correct answer. That's quite understandable. So you just need some kind of guidance using that method. Oh, we're halfway to this section, discrete distribution. But we've come to the end of the live since I'll just have to stop here or proceed back to the mini dashboard. Probability is kind of interesting, but you just have to be patient and smart about it. So we've achieved something today. I'm 30% into the probability. Inside this introduction to statistics section, to achieve the 40 learning streak, we are good to go. So, all right. All right. So thank you for staying to the end of the live stream. So if you found value in this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and put on the notification bell so you know every time I go live, I can join me. Then we learn together to become a data analyst. So don't forget to check out the freelance client magnet course under the YouTube description. So go purchase freelance client magnet course and become a successful, highly top rated plus or top 1% freelancer in the world, following Scott Benga's instructions and guidance. I'll see you on day 49, which is tomorrow.